This is my Delta surface grinder. I just got this home a couple days ago. I haven't tore into it yet. I wanted to do a quick video just kind of highlighting the condition it's in and what I'll need to do repair-wise for it. So right off the bat, we'll just go into what I know needs repaired onto it. So this handle here has quite a bit of slop, so it makes almost a full revolution before it engages the nut there. So quite a bit of slop there. And this top handle here, you can see there's some wiggling there. So I believe there's a bushing in here, and I think that just got wore out because that's the handle that travels this back and forth. So what moves the table. From the history that I got from it, the individual that I bought it from said he bought it about 10 years ago and never got around to using it. So it just sat in his garage and collected dust. The person he bought it from was a Boeing employee or a Boeing contractor and made parts for Boeing. So the Pacific Northwest region, so somewhere around here, this guy was building parts for Boeing with this. As far as the age of this, I know that it's newer than 1945, and the way I can tell that is if you look at this tag right there that has a serial number on it, see how it says Rockwell? Rockwell bought Delta in 1945, and they started putting their tags on it, so Rockwell Delta. So this is 1945 and newer. When exactly, I'm going to have to do a little bit more digging online to see if I can find out, using that serial number, when exactly this thing was produced. There's not a ton of information out there on these surface grinders. These are definitely more of an industrial or probably more of a commercial application. So this wasn't as common as what you'd find in a home shop. As far as my experience with surface grinders, I have zero. I am literally learning as I'm going, and we're kind of off to a little bit of a rough start. This took quite a tumble coming off my trailer. It went sideways on me, and it was hanging by the straps off the engine hoist. So luckily I didn't hit or break anything, but it was definitely a high pucker factor event. So has instructions right there for the spindle. I believe that this is a plain bearing spindle, so it's just the spindle goes through here, and instead of ball bearings, it's just a plain bearing. I think it's made out of like bronze, and it's adjustable. On the backside here, you have, I believe, a sealed bearing, and the backside there, that is your belt that runs off the motor there. You can see on the top here, that is all the patent numbers. And on this side, you can see that Delta emblem that's still attached down there. Have a magnetic chuck. And we're also missing a oil cup right here. So there's supposed to be a little cup that came out here and would hold away oil for this. My intent is to strip this thing down, clean it, re-oil it, and then make sure it's within tolerance, put it back together, and see if we can get it running. It does run. I did get to test it out before I bought it, and it runs good. It just needs a good cleaning. I do not believe that I will be repainting this, as the paint is in actually pretty good condition. I think it just needs a good cleaning, and it'll look really good. So you'll see down here, that tag has been all boogered up, so we'll have to replace that. And get a little bit of the rust off the column here. So this has a keyway here, which keeps the head from twisting as you're raising it up and down. So to raise it up and down, you lower it. So this is the clamping arm right here. Just throw that down, that loosens it up, and you just spin this handle up here, and that raises and lowers the whole head. For your fine feed adjustment, since you have the motor hanging off the back, this thing's on a pivot point here, so it wants to flip backwards. So right here, they put this handle with a screw, and it is pushing down on the spindle. So it's wanting to pull up, this is pushing down on it, and that's just gravity, and you just use that to fine feed and dial it in. So this will be a fun project. This is something I have zero experience with, and it'll be a fun tearing it down and getting it running again. So just wanted to do this quick video just showing what it looks like before we tear into it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and keep an eye out for part 1, 2, and maybe 3.